Hey Aubrey, how you doing?
Excellent. Happy Halloween, Jess. I love Halloween so
Happy
much.
Halloween. Me too. Because all of October, we have all the permission to watch every scary movie, every blood chilling, spine tingling story. We can consume all of them.
Absolutely. My daughter's been watching Stranger Things for the
Oh,
second time,
fun. Oh,
and I
really?
saw that they put all the Jordan Peele movies on, I think it's Netflix I saw them, Get Out and Us and all of
Nice.
those. I'm like, "Yay, Halloween."
So good. I want to recommend a classic Halloween film for you guys because James and I just rewatched it. Um, But I promise you, we will get to some amazing vocabulary and show you how to use these terms on IELTS. They are all Band 9 phrases. But quickly, I want to make a movie recommendation, The Lost Boys. It's from
Yes.
1983, and James and I just watched it a couple days ago, and it's a classic. It could not be more 1980s.
It's
Like,
so true. But
oh, it's
Kiefer
so
Sutherland
good.
is
Mhm.
so sexy in that.
He is.
It's like,
Um,
oh my goodness. Vampire
and
Kiefer Sutherland, amazing.
yeah, he's basically playing the same character as in Stand By Me, just as a vampire, but, like, it's the same older brother scary dude.
Totally,
But
totally.
both the Coreys are in it, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, and that was the first movie they were both in together. They were these, like,
Oh,
teen pop
interesting.
icons of the '80s.
Yes. Oh,
Anyway.
man. So good. That would be a
Such a
good
good
I need to
movie.
rewatch that one this Halloween season. I love it.
So good. It's so good. Guys, you know what? We have not done a vocabulary episode for a little while. We have been focusing on speaking and writing and reading. So the last vocab episode, guys, scroll up. It's episode 1313. Use this less common academic IELTS vocabulary. So if you missed that, definitely scroll up so you can see that one. We taught you 8 phrases directly from our 3 Keys IELTS course that are all high scoring, amazing vocab phrases. So go back and listen to 1313. Use this less common academic IELTS of vocab. And make sure to hit follow right now so you don't miss any of these amazing episodes.
Yes, if you missed that one, you're probably missing a lot. So if you hit follow, episodes will drop right into your queue, so you make sure don't miss any of them. Always great IELTS tips, strategies, and amazing vocabulary on all of our episodes.
All right, awesome. So let's get into these 4 phrases we have for you in the spirit of Halloween, because today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, Aubrey.
Yes, awesome. And this is really fun. We have vocabulary. All of these words we're going to share mean scary
Mhm.
or are scary as slang, but you can use them all over the IELTS exam for lots of different answers. You don't have to be telling a scary story. We're going to show you how you can fit them in as band 9 vocabulary for lots of different questions.
Exactly. So the first word is scary. Now, how do we make this high scoring? We can use this as an adverb. This is a very slangy use of scary that other students will not use, and it is perfect for part 1 and part 2. So, we can use it just to describe something that is surprisingly great, like that movie was scary good, or even a meal like that was scary delicious. Or maybe if the price is surprisingly high, right? You could say, it's scary expensive. There's no way I could afford that.
Yes, absolutely right. Scary fast, I'm scary tired, whatever you want to say, just to emphasize how much it is. Just
Yeah.
like we say super or
Yep.
way or totally. Scary is another one we use this way in a very slang way, just to emphasize. So you can plug this in part 1 to get that slang, to get that variety of vocabulary you need.
Exactly. I love it. Guys, you cannot learn these lessons anywhere else. Like that's really how you sound like a native speaker on IELTS and hit that informal range that the examiner needs to hear in speaking part 1 at least. Now, these other 3 you could use literally anywhere. Like they're high level because they're a little bit less common and they're just amazing vocabulary. So, here's the first phrase, blood curdling. So it just means super scary, terrifying. Now, how can we use blood curdling on IELTS?
Yeah, so often this is collocated with the sound of a scream, like a really loud, scary scream in a
Yeah,
horror movie would call it a blood-curdling scream,
yeah.
but we also just use this to exaggerate. So what if you're asked about your favorite book or how much you like to read? You might say something like, "I always get books from the library, but a friend was telling me she thinks libraries are going to close down now that people use audiobooks so much." That is a blood curdling thought because I love going to the library.
And yeah, that's a genuine like sentence, at least for the two of us.
Totally.
Because we do love so much language and books and reading that is a blood curdling thought. Like that is a terrifying, it makes my insides feel terrible, right? That might happen. So that's an appropriate use.
Exactly. It's just a great way to exaggerate. So think about all of the different, if you're asked about a restaurant, what you like to do with friends, anytime you just want to say that something was a terrible thought or that just to exaggerate how terrible it was, use this word blood curdling.
All right. So the next phrase, spine chilling. So just a side note, guys, these three terms we're teaching you, blood curdling, spine chilling, and the next one, which will be hair raising. All three of these are hyphenated. Okay. So the first one, blood hyphen curdling. And then this one, spine hyphen chilling. So, guys, just think about the meaning of these words. Your spine chilling. It's like, you feel like frozen in terror is what it means. So, how can we use spine chilling on IELTS?
Yeah, imagine on part 3, you're asked a question about maybe children with technology, how much you think they should use them or if time should be limited. You could say something like, I imagine a future with zombie hordes who only play video games and never learned to interact with other children. That is a pretty spine chilling thought for the future. Let's hope it doesn't come to fruition.
I think it already has in some
Maybe.
ways.
I know. My kids get so tuned into their screens, and then when I'm like, "Hey, time to go outside and play," they become like evil zombies that are, like, scratching, and they're just so angry and unreasonable, it's awful.
Yeah, but this one is so easy to apply. Anytime, guys, you find a thought, a person, an experience, a story, an opinion, anytime you find those things super, super scary, you can say this. It fits anything that really scares you. Okay, now the last one, hair raising. Again, like these are easy to remember because they come with images. Hair raising. Think of cartoons when people are really scared or surprised and their hair stands
Like,
up on
straight
end,
up.
That's what it is. All right. So I think this is a great one for IELTS speaking part 2 if you're describing a scary experience. So here's an example. I had a hair raising experience at a theme park last year. I was on a Ferris wheel and apparently something broke because it stopped and we were trapped at the top for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's worst case scenario.
Yeah,
That is the stuff of nightmares. I'm
it
always
is.
worried about being on a Ferris wheel or a roller coaster and it breaks and I fall or just you're stuck on there. It's so terrible.
Okay, because you just said such a great phrase, I wanna add a bonus phrase on before we finish
Mm.
up today. You said the stuff of nightmares. We can also use the stuff of dreams. Again,
Mm.
like if you're describing anything that could be nightmarish or the opposite of that, it could, be a beautiful dream. Maybe you're at a museum and you see beautiful artwork and you're like, "It was the stuff of dreams. I'm not lying. It was so beautiful." Or here, right? Maybe I'm describing a scary movie I watched that was like a Guillermo del Toro movie with like super crazy monsters. And I can be like, those monsters are the stuff of nightmares. So yeah, I think that phrase is very native and easy to
Yes.
use.
I love that, and I you have to think about all the things that are negative that we don't like that we will absolutely exaggerate, right? If I
Yeah,
had to wait in line for an hour, I might just be like, "It was the stuff of nightmares," and I'll share how my kids were bored. It was awful, right? You
totally.
then get to give all these fun details about why it was not fun and
Totally.
absolutely use one of today's adjectives to describe it, and exaggerate.
Exactly, exactly. And last thing today, guys, if you think that IELTS is the stuff of nightmares, if you're having a hair raising time trying to study for your exam, don't stay lost. Don't stay just doing this on your own, guys. You can join us in Three Keys IELTS. Go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS. There's a live community. You can interact with other students, ask teachers questions at any time you're feeling scared or unsure. You can talk to us. You're supported every step of the way. So go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS.
Awesome, Jessica, and everybody out there, happy Halloween or All Hallows Eve or Day of the Dead, whatever you celebrate, and have a fun time. Safe, fun
Happy
time.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.